Voted me based on the confidence they have on me as a person, because they believe that as a young man who has been contributing so immensely to the development of their youths, their widows, their orphans, they believe that if given political opportunity, maybe I will consolidate more. I use the word maybe because they may not know whether if given the opportunity I will do otherwise. But judging me by my past antecedents, they believe that if on my own I've been doing what I've been doing, the philanthropic gestures I've been offering to the people, I don't have savings, I don't have great school, I don't have anything that was alone. It was one of a one-man gang. So a lot of people were just saying, how can I win? You know, Nigerian factor, they believe that party will deliver Mr. A, Mr. B. But I told them, the wife of the governor, the president have one PVC, just like the Okada man on the street has. So as such, I expect them to vote me based on who I am. So my major area of concentration as a young man is the future of the next generation. That is where my concentration is and has been over the years. So you expect support, not just support, let me use the word scholarship, full-time scholarship to students who are ready to school. And not the type of school, not the type of political scholarship that we do have in this country. You know, in Nigeria, we have a situation whereby politicians will call students, maybe give them stipends of 10,000 or 20,000, they capture it in this book that he gave scholarship. That is not the type of scholarship I'm bringing on board. I'm bringing a scholarship that if I'm hand-picked students, if they are 10th, I should be able to get them off their parents, to give them full-time scholarship from the beginning to the end. And it should be in full, their upkeep and everything should be on me. But if I just assist them like it has been in the practice, it's not a scholarship, it's just an assistant, educational assistant. So by God's grace, I'm going to give a full-time scholarship, most especially to those who are into engineering courses, those who want to study science courses. Because if you go to my constituency, you see many graduates roaming the streets. And when you ask which course they read, sociology, political science, I told my people during campaign, I will not make promise, but if given the mandate, I would get students, register them JAM. I have an existing free JAM training that I've been given to students. For the past 7 years, I've been giving free JAM to not less than 40 youths. And I said this year, I'm going to concentrate solely on those who will write on science courses. I want to train students from my constituency who read engineering courses, just like chemical engineering, medicine, surgery, computer engineering, and so on, so that in few years to come, we should be able to have some professionals within the constituency. That will help a lot. And most importantly, widows and orphans. Some of us, my dad is late many years ago. I know what it takes to be an orphan. And I know what it takes to be a widow, especially like my state, where many of them became widows and orphans as a lot of crisis and in-season attacks from the terrorists. As such, I know how painful it is. So I have to give that aspect a very serious concentration too, so that it will help them forget some of the trauma they have passed through during those challenges. To the best of my knowledge, there is autonomy now to the state of assembly across the country. And my state, I happen to come from Plateau, the first state to sign that autonomy into law. And now as I stand before you, we have a full autonomy in the state assembly. And I so much believe with that autonomy, it gives us an ample opportunity to checkmate the excesses of the executive and also advised accordingly to the provision of the Constitution. Not just that, you see, the issue of rubber stamp is all bounce back to the issue of longer throat of the House members. When we have House members who are only concerned about making money, definitely become rubber stamp because you want to dance to the tune of the governor to get something in return. But if you are there to protect your people, to speak for your people, I think you should stand on the basis of a rule of law. Like for me, I'm from Pangshin. And during the election, the governor will not come to my constituency. So I will first consult my people. What they want is what I will protect in the floor of the chamber because they elected me, not the governor or anybody. So the interests of my electorate supersede the interests of my person as an individual. Else, I will serve for one term and go back. And as I tell you, as a young man, many youths now are eager to contest because they see since the one has won, they too will do it. So I will make sure I break that gene by going back.
It's refreshing for some of us. Like you know, the world is going digital, even in thinking and in ideas. They say idea rules, so there are new ideas that we have to fall into and make our legislative work much more easier. We are grateful to CAS for giving us this enablement to come and interact, learn new things, and also refresh our brains on the older ones that we have known before. For me, having been in the assembly for about 12 years ago, coming back is like a refreshing thing. And we believe that for those younger ones that are coming in for the first time, it's quite educative. It will give them a sense of direction. And we can't just emphasize thanking the CAS. You know, CAS is Comrade Adenua. They've done very well even during our own time, and they're still doing well. May God continue to bless them.
For those who are in Plateau Set, they can bear witness of what I'm going to say. Plateau Set have drastically changed. The wind and the environment, the climate. You could see clearly what people of Plateau State were yearning for. God have granted them, and they are happy. The environment have changed. The political situation have also changed because the people are happy because God have answered their prayers. Sure, one, I accorded this to God Almighty because He is the only one that gives leadership, and He gives it at His appointed time and to whom He deems fit. And also, from experience and where I was or where I came from, I've worked within my people. We have been together, and as such, from the past offices that I have occupied, there was a very serious level of trust in my administration. And as such, I was the councillor of my ward, I was the supervisory councillor, I was the chief of staff, and recently the position I declined before contesting my election as member of the House of Assembly. I was the party chairman of the local government. And you could see from the series of positions trusted in me, to me, it shows clearly that the people believe in God and believe in my leadership. And I believe and I trust God that I will not fail them as much as they have trusted me and believe in what I can do. And by the help of God, I will do more than what I've done in the past. They are on the most dividends. The legislative arm of government is bringing their own. The local government, of course, will come to do their own. And to the people, I want to believe at the end of this tenure, from the executive, the legislative arm, and also the local government, so many things that have in the past were not benefited by our people, by the special grace of God Almighty. A lot will go to them. They will see much of the dividends of democracy in Plateau State, and by the grace of God in my constituency.
Portable, I'm very happy, and also my constituents are also happy because they bought what they have voted for and also success in the election.
So of course you contested against a lot of parties.
Actually.
And now you've won. What should your people expect?
Actually, as I remember, under Section 4 of the Constitution, 99 Constitution of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria, the responsibilities of the legislator is to make laws on peace, order, and good governance. So by the grace of Almighty Allah, we will try our possible way to see we ease their life under the legislation. Isn't it? We will make good laws for them, and also we will make sure they will just earn and have benefit. They become a beneficiaries under BOJ. We are on process, and also this 10 assembly will be very much, we will lead by examples. We will try to enjoy that kind of autonomy by the grace of Almighty. And now we are planning, we have a legislative agenda, and a plan that will make our life, our legislation to become so much, prosperous and, good to the citizens. So by autonomy, we are going to get, by the grace of Almighty, will just enable us to have a good laws that will do it separately without any intervention from the stakeholders and what